What's up, everyone? It's Cannan, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Once again, this won the poll, so hey, we're going to be playing some more today. Sorry we didn't have a Ruby 10th anniversary video planned, but just didn't have the time. But yes, Volume 1 of Ruby is 10 years old as the day I'm recording this video. This goes up the day after. But yeah, so it's a busy day for Final Fantasy XIV. A new patch went out today, but sadly, we won't see any of that in this video because I'm not there yet. My main character is there, but yeah, so we are still in A Realm Reborn, still pretty early in this whole quest line. Yeah, we're only in the level 20s as far as quests go. A Realm Reborn ends around level 50. Or at level 50, pretty much. So yeah, we got a while to go. So as always, guys, if you enjoy our content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment. Let's do this. A hero in the making. Once again, guys, I will just keep the dialogue up long enough for you guys to read it, but I'm not going to be reading it myself because that would be a lot of reading. Yep, we defeated Ifrit last time, so... What? I do? Oh, boy. To court me, she says. poor Tataru. Yeah, we're all getting a bunch of sales pitches here. Head's kind of spinning, isn't it? A brief summary? There's no such thing as brief in this game. I got that just from them introducing themselves. Pretty much you can change if you want to. Oh yeah, so this is when you travel around and So yeah, be prepared for a lot of cutscenes. Though, one good thing is it's through this quest line that we finally get our first mount. Okay, can we move on? Why didn't you give me one when you sent me off to fight a primal? Okay, so I can finally go. This quest line is a little bit long-winded. Oh my gosh, am I actually playing? Yes, I am. Okay, so we are going to go to Gridania first. Nope. So that only goes to Limsa, so we're gonna have to go all the way back to Ul'dah and take an airship. Wish I had my mount. Yeah, everybody going by on their mounts and me just lonely having to huff it on foot. I still need to do the complete the rest of the pugilist quest line, but I'm gonna wait till we're at level 30. We're at level 27. We can wait till level 30 before we do it, because we can go straight into the monk quest line after that. Don't know how long I'm gonna record for this one. Guess we'll. I'd like to get all these done in one go, but we'll see. Okay. First time I ever played this game, I was like, oh, can we go into the lighthouse? We cannot. Look at all these side quests I haven't touched. There we go. Okay, that was a lot of walking, so sorry about that, guys. I wish I had my mount. It's a little bit faster, but we still gotta wait. Try my best not to yawn. Just got off work, so I'm a little tired. Dun, dun, dun. The nighttime version of Bulldog's music, like that part especially, reminds me of music from another Final Fantasy. Like, it kind of reminds me of something from Final Fantasy IX. But then again, 14 does use a lot of stuff from past Final Fantasies, so maybe there's a reason for that, I don't know. Late night traveling. Okay, so we're now in Gridania. Out in the woods. Hopefully nothing spooky happens. Sorry guys. Fighting another yawn. I've always wondered why so many people gather around the main hub areas like this. I really don't know. So I already know which one I'm going to pick. That's why it kind of stinks that you have to go through this quest line. Because during this quest line, we finally get properly introduced to two characters that are going to be very important this moment going forward. We've already technically seen them in the game, but it was at the very beginning. This is kind of the quest where they finally return to the story. Now, warning, if you are used to their current voices, it's not going to be the same. So, let's go. This one's actually voiced, I believe.
To the calamity.
Oh, yeah, it is.
The three seed seers are all together. Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body.
Well, that's great conversation. Once again, I've got my fan on because, yeah, hot.
Our forebears were once strangers in the 12th
Too bad it's
wood.
not daylight. It would make way more sense if it was daylight.
Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity,
There they
and
are.
by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the
Alphino
great
and
nation
Alize.
it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seed Seer.
So weird hearing his A Realm Reborn voice.
The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed. Each waking hour, a struggle to survive.
I kind of wish one day they would try and inject the story that was introduced in the first version of Final Fantasy XIV, because I just feel like if you didn't play it back when it was still out there, you're missing a good chunk of the story, it seems like.
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable, so beleaguered from within and without. It is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk the highways without fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
Honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
golly, her original voice. Oh, it looks like it's getting daylight. But, it's, wow.
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder's standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity, we must think of the children.
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
Yay! Alright, let's get out of here. Quite the spectacle.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
No offense to the original voice actor for Alphino, but Alphino sounds like such a prick in A Realm Reborn. He really does. I can't help it. He just sounds like a pompous kid. Excuse me, guys. Trying to sway my choice there. Okay, that's one speech done out of 3. Oh my gosh. Darn, I thought I could jump down there. Okay. Well, let's head back to Ul'dah, even though we just came from there. Rainy in Gridania, bright blue skies in Ul'dah. La la. Yes. Wait, did I go the right way? I did not. Alright, here we go for number 2.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanamo herself!
And Reborn as well.
Who did you expect? Like, really?
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore. Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold, where by the grace and glory of Nalthal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
Oh,
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm in Eorzea's darkest hour. On the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround
I mean, that's
us.
life in general.
Savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Guardians make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Uldar stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Uldar, but to restore her to prosper as the realm prospers.
Oops, sorry guys,
So
pushed
shall
too soon.
Uldar. As Uldar prospers, so shall her people. Now for Uldar!
Together we are one.
This seems less like a memorial thing than a hey, give us money.
Raubon? People of Uldar, I, Nanimo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Uldar. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carrots are gravely deceived. For the true wealth
Say
of Uldar
carrots?
lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Uldar, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn!
He said it. A realm reborn.
Forsooth!
The time is now!
I fancy meeting you again.
Pretty much everyone is screwed unless you join them. That's all it said to me. One more. Oh, whoop. I am completely forgetting where I'm going. Whoops, wrong way. Last one.
Another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Might as well get comfortable.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride.
Yay! Seize the moment.
700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
What the
Did
heck
you
was
look
that?
as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The crimson field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the black longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Gallian Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Cartano. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa.
I mean, it just wasn't
no
you.
army ever fought harder or with more courage, yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Freedom. Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom, much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
Alphino throwing some shade.
5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin
bastards.
have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Them swells the grim tide of the Guardian Empire.
It's one bad thing about their location. They've got 2 beast tribes to worry about.
The curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both. And see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well. A crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom, and with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral! Remove them!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
Where's me
To the
cutlass?
seven hells, Admiral!
Some of this voice acting for these random NPCs is that one didn't seem as long as the others.
Fancy meeting you again.
You've said that already. Decisions. Hurry back and get rid of them for me. Okay, we're gonna fast travel. Whoops. Darn it. Push the button. Pushed the button and messed up my teleporting. So I'm going to go with the Flames just because I started in Ul'dah. I usually pick the one of the city-state that I started in. Oh. I thought they were having trouble. So, just gotta complete this quest. I have to admit, that's probably one of the more, I won't say boring, but like it's one of those quest lines where you literally don't do anything but watch cutscenes. Finally. Oh yeah, there's this cutscene.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep.
Friend? We just met.
The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
See, he sounds so evil in a way. Like, when I first played this game, I thought maybe that there was some agenda going on here. But it's nothing like that.
Are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
Listen to him. He sounds like he's plotting something.
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies, as though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies.
Elise just sounds off.
Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I need to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all.
That's the last time.
The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds.
You're literally sitting there talking to yourself.
Opening anew.
So that's the last we see of Elise until toward the end of Heaven's Ward, really. So let's select one of these. We are going to do the Flames. Okay, guys, we're going to call it there. I'm sorry. I wish I could go further, but I am just tired. I've not talked all that much this, and I've been fighting yawns like crazy. I'm also hungry. But more Final Fantasy XIV will be coming up in the next coming weeks. As I said in another video, I'm mostly planning on focusing on 3 games, and that being Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, Rune Factory 5, and Final Fantasy XIV. Rune Factory 5 will be what I'll play Friday. Might change depending on, if I get a random video idea or if some big news pops up or a reaction or something like that. But, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it for what it was. Like, again, sorry, I'm just completely wiped right now. I wish I could stream. This would be a great game to stream for you guys. But, yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment. As always, guys, this is Cannan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. And we will see you in the next one. See ya.